A Saudi police officer on night patrol encountered something in the desert that charged his vehicle screaming. What his dashboard camera captured in 2015 has never been explained.
دور 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 شايف غفلة غفلة غفلة.
Somewhere in the remote Saudi desert, a lone officer patrolled an empty road. His headlights were the only light for miles. Then his lights caught something standing in the road. As he approached, it became clear a tall figure in ragged white robes, long black hair hanging limp, motionless in the headlights. The officer slowed, likely thinking it was someone needing help. But the figure didn't move, didn't wave, just stood there with arms hanging at unnatural angles. Then it launched toward the car with jerky, inhuman movements and screamed. The officer shouted in terror and floored the accelerator. The figure keeps running and coming close to the vehicle. The figure pursued for several seconds before vanishing into the darkness. When he looked back, it was gone. The video ends there. Skeptics call it staged, pointing to the convenient framing and theatrical movements. But that scream, high-pitched, distorted, inhuman, and those jerking, wrong movements aren't easy to fake. No one knows what that officer encountered. Jinn, witch, something else. All that remains is 60 seconds of footage showing something in the Saudi desert that moved like nothing human and screamed like nothing on Earth.
Jack! Are you serious?
For real?
Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
What?
Let me just...
For real?
When police responded to reports of gunshots at an abandoned Ohio school, they expected trespassers or vandals. Instead, 2 armed officers encountered something that made them flee the building and admit on camera they'd seen a ghost.
Oh my God, Jake! Was that inside? Yeah. Shh.
Get down here now. Now get down here, dude.
No, you come with me, bro. That was on my level.
Call the cops on my phone now. Call the cops. Call the fucking cops.
Jake and Noah from Spirit Stalkers were investigating Liberty High School in Ohio City when they heard what sounded like 7 gunshots inside the building. They called 911. Police arrived, weapons drawn, expecting an active shooter situation. What they found is explainable. Before moving forward, consider subscribing to the channel.
It just said
Homicide.
homicide. Oh my god.
No, that's a murder, dude.
Yeah.
Hours before calling police, Jake and Noah's ghost hunting equipment had been giving warnings. Their spirit box, a device that scans radio frequencies, kept repeating one word: homicide.
It is so dark in here, guys. It is so dark in here. Can you tell me something else about the school or something that I need to know?
Negative.
Negative! Oh my god! Are you freaking serious, dude? You gotta be joking. Why is there a negative entity here? Oh my god!
Yo, did you make a really loud boom?
It just said one bad spirit.
Liberty High School had been abandoned for decades. The 4-story building was known for one disturbing detail: a punishment room called the Sin Box, a tiny solitary confinement cell where misbehaving children were locked in complete darkness during school hours.
Box?
Right here.
Dude, so this is the box. It's basically the press box for the gymnasium. They actually lock kids who misbehaved in this box. I can touch both walls,
Yeah.
and that's how big the room is, and you'd be trapped in here for maybe a whole class day. I'm gonna turn on the PX device. This is the first time this is being shown on our channel. This is the original Ovilus.
Yep.
So it has a word database, it reads the environment, and spirits are said to be able to pick words from this.
As the night progressed, their equipment started dying. Brand new batteries drained instantly. Devices went dark. Then, they heard footsteps running through empty hallways.
Dude. Who are we hearing? Frozen in fear.
After this, Jake was alone in the basement when he heard it.
Whoa! It finally spoke! It finally spoke, dude! What did it say? Male! Dude. It finally spoke. It said male. Hey, Noah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do an EVP 1 sec, okay?
Yeah.
So guys, since it just finally, this PX finally spoke, I'm gonna do an EVP session. And place it on here. Whoever's down here, if you could just speak into that device on the table, that'd be cool. Can you tell me who you are? It said rewind at the end, dude. It wants me to rewind.
Jake! Oh my god, Jake!
Was that inside?
Yeah.
Shh. Get down here now. Now get down here, dude.
No, you come with me, bro. That was on my level.
Call the cops on my phone now. Call the cops. Call the fucking cops. Call the fucking cops. Just get down. Turn the lights off. That was gunshots.
Gunshots. Rapid succession, coming from inside the gymnasium level where Noah was locked in the sin box. Both men killed their lights and hid, listening to what sounded like someone trying door handles, moving through the building. They called the police and asked them to come. 2 police units responded immediately.
Well, we're in here. We're in here filming a ghost video of all things, and I was kind of standing down here in the cellar, and it sounded like it had to have been like in this parking lot, just like 7 shots. So I ran up to him where he was up in the gymnasium, and we just heard like rattling on the door, and that's when we were like, yeah, we should probably call.
Officers entered the building, clearing rooms with flashlights and weapons drawn. They found no shell casings, no broken windows, no intruders. But as they searched the second floor, something happened.
I heard something, and then I literally saw something. Bro, I saw it.
2 trained officers admitted they'd heard footsteps approaching them in the darkness. When one swept his flashlight across the hallway, he saw a dark shape move, not a person. Something that disappeared when light touched it. Both officers fled.
I've never seen anything like that before. No. That's actually scared me. Good luck.
Damn. All right, well.
The police left. Their official report: no suspects found. When police officers trained to run toward danger, flee a building, and tell ghost hunters good luck, you know something in that darkness is real. Liberty High School still stands. The sin box remains on the 3rd floor, and whatever haunts those halls made itself known to 4 witnesses that night. Another video featured police body cam footage of a woman named Sarah vanishing into thin air during a routine traffic stop. A police officer pulls over a vehicle for speeding on October 10, 2022. He asks about drugs or alcohol, tells the driver to sit tight.
Fine, but...
Any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle?
No, of course not.
All right. Sit tight, Sarah. I'll be right back.
Okay.
When the officer abruptly turns back as Sarah disappears from the back seat with no doors opening or anyone exiting, dashcam confirms no escape route, leaving her identity a mystery in this viral paranormal clip.
No, of course not.
All right. Sit tight, Sarah. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Your registration is What the?
Sarah?
What the heck? Sarah?
On the 3rd of April, 1997, police officers in the United States captured what is believed to be the only existing recording of a car behaving in an unexplainable way. The footage came from a dash cam belonging to Officer Wayne Daniels. The driver appears to cooperate, slowing down and giving officers the impression that he's about to pull over. But within seconds, the situation takes a disturbing turn. The driver suddenly accelerates, swerving wildly across the road, not like someone panicking, but like someone completely out of control.
We've seen how strange things can get at night. Well, things are about to get a whole lot stranger. This mysterious driver tricks cops into thinking he's about to pull over, then all hell breaks loose.
Officers manage to get a brief look at the man behind the wheel. That moment would be the last clear visual they ever get. Then, the car and the driver vanish completely.
The officers watching this tape get only a quick glimpse of the man behind the wheel. It's the last look they'll get. For a moment, it appears as if the driver and his car have disappeared into thin air. But in the blink of an eye, the driver comes into view again. This time, he tries to outrun the police rather than just vanish.
Now, instead of fading away, the driver aggressively attempts to outrun the police, moving in a way officers later described as unnatural and possessed. The pursuit continues until the driver turns onto a narrow road that ends at a solid fence. There is no gap, no exit, no possible escape route. Police follow close behind. But when officers reach the end of the road, the car is gone.
The fence at the end means no way out. Or does it?
There are no tire marks, no broken fence, no signs of impact. According to the footage and the scene itself, the car appears to have passed directly into the fence and vanished.
Even watching it again, cops are unable to make sense of it. All they see is an intact fence and nothing more than the vanishing taillights of what the Garden City PD has come to call the ghost car.
To this day, the police department officially refers to it as a ghost car. They called 911. Armed with only a flashlight, the officer followed a trail into dense woods, responding to reports of strange sounds. And when he went, he quickly had to run back to the car. A spooky, thrilling scream came out of the woods, and the officer quickly ran back to his car.
I could hear footsteps in front of me, but when I shined my flashlight, there's nothing, but I could hear something.
A police officer walks alone down a dark Hawaiian road. He hears footsteps, clear, deliberate, just ahead of him. But when he shines his flashlight, nothing, just empty road. But the footsteps don't stop. They're leading him somewhere. An officer followed.
I came across a lady on the roadway. She told me that her two daughters left the house to go play, but they never came home. So she asked if I can go look around and try to find them.
Two young girls, missing, in the dense wilderness of rural Oahu. And Officer Reggie Manoa, a veteran with 50 years on the force, has minutes to find them before darkness swallows any chance of bringing them home. Reggie parks his patrol car running, headlights cutting through the blackness. He walks into the night, calling for the girls. He saw somebody between those woods, abandoned building.
I saw somebody up there, found that it was an old man. So I asked him, hey, Tata, you saw any two girls, small girls, playing? And he just stared at me.
An elderly Hawaiian man stood in the middle of the road. Reggie called him. The old man didn't speak, just stared. And in that moment, something changed.
Tata, you saw the little girls, playing out over here? And he just turned and then pointed down the roadway.
The temperature drops. The air goes still. Something isn't right. But before Reggie can process it, the old man turns, points down the road, and without a word, directs him into the darkness.
So I started walking down the roadway, and I could hear footsteps in front of me. But when I shined my flashlight, there's nothing, but I could hear something. It was almost as if these footsteps was guiding me in the direction I needed to go.
Footsteps, that seed, clearly, deliberately audible and walking ahead of him on the gravel road. But when Reggie shined his flashlight toward the sound, nothing, just empty road stretching into darkness. But the footsteps continued. Step, 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 always just ahead, just out of reach of his light beam, leading him forward.
And then there was a rustle in the bushes next to me, and I turned, and there was an opening in the bushes. If I wasn't out there looking for the girls, I wouldn't even think about going into this bush. So I knew I had to go.
First only the footsteps, then the bushes being rustled. Reggie turned his light and found an opening, a narrow gap in the dents. Reggie continued walking.
So I walked in. After I went through the California grass, it opened up into a patch of holly cords. So To continue further, I had to kind of weave my way through it.
Then he found another abandoned building, and from outside, it looked like it could have been an old church or a chapel, an old chapel he never knew existed, slowly being reclaimed by jungle. Then he human whispering.
And I heard what I thought was whispering, human whispering. So I knew I had to go and check because, we're looking at two little girls here. So I went to the halikoa and I came to an opening in the halikoa where it ended, and I found myself in the middle of a graveyard. And the two little girls was there.
They're playing on their great-grandfather's grave, as if nothing's wrong, as if it were the most natural thing in the world to be sitting in a hidden cemetery in the middle of the night. Reggie gathered them up, relief flooding through him. He'd found them. They are safe. They walk back through the grove, through the grass, back to the dirt road. When they reach the spot where the old man had been, Reggie searches. Nothing. No one. The man who pointed the way has also vanished. Police officers and their unexplained encounters. These weren't ghost hunters. These were trained professionals on duty. Yet each faced something that defied explanation. What do you think they encountered? Spirits? Unknown creatures? Something else? Drop your theory in the comments and subscribe for more unexplained encounters. Next time, hunters who became the hunted.